Hey everyone, welcome. We're about to go on a little journey today, and it's all about changing how we think about one of the most powerful and often misunderstood forces in our lives, and that's failure. So let's dive right in.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. What if failure wasn't a bad word? What if it was just data? Every time you mess up, every dead end you hit, it's not the end of the road. It's just a piece of information. Honestly, if you can get your head around this one idea, it changes everything. It's the key to all the stuff we're going to talk about.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, before we can tackle failure itself, we've got to face the thing that stops most of us from ever getting started in the first place.
You know what I'm talking about. It's that dragon you have to face on any big adventure. That little voice in your head whispering, but what if it doesn't work? Or, oh man, what are people going to think? And look, that's totally normal. But here's the secret. The fear itself, that's the real enemy. It's not the failing that's the problem, it's the fear of failing.
So, how do we beat that fear? Simple. We change the rules of the game. We take the thing we're most afraid of and we turn it into our secret weapon, our most valuable tool. Let me show you what I mean.
I love this quote because it just flips the whole idea of failure upside down. See, it's not a judgment on you. It's not saying you're not good enough. It's just a signpost. Think about it like you're in a maze. You go down a path, you hit a wall. Did you fail? No way! You just found out one way not to go. Now you know more than you did a minute ago. You're actually smarter.
So let's put a name to this, right? Let's call it productive failure. It's any outcome that feels like a setback, but is actually giving you exactly the information you need to move forward. It's the universe giving you data, telling you, hey, maybe pivot a little, or try this instead. It's basically progress, just wearing a clever disguise.
Okay, so how does this compass actually work in real life? Well, for one, every productive failure crosses a wrong turn off your map. That saves you a ton of time down the road. It gives you real feedback you could never get just by thinking about it. And, this is a big one, it makes you tougher. It builds up your resilience. So you're not just getting closer to your goal, you're becoming a more skilled person for the journey ahead. All right, so we've kind of reframed what failure means. Now I want to connect this to a superpower you already have, even if you have no idea it's there.
100%. What do you think that number is? Take a guess. It's not your grade on a test. It's not some corporate metric. No, this is something way more personal and honestly way more powerful.
Just think about it for a second. Every bad day you've ever had, every single challenge, every tough moment, every day you thought, I can't do this, you got through it. You're still here. That means your track record is literally perfect. You have a 100% success rate at surviving your worst days.
And that's the whole point, right? You are, by definition, completely undefeated. Every challenge life has thrown at you, you've won. And that strength, that resilience that got you here, that's the exact same muscle you use to face whatever comes next, including all those so-called failures.
Okay, this brings us to the last and maybe the most important part of all this. We've reframed failure, we've tapped into our own resilience. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, actually doing something.
Just look at the difference here. When you wait to feel ready, you get stuck in analysis paralysis, right? You overthink everything, and fear stays in control. But when you start now, you immediately start building momentum. You start collecting that real-world data we talked about, those productive failures. You get to learn by doing, not just by thinking.
And here's the bottom line. Ready isn't a state of being. It's a feeling. And waiting for that feeling is just a fancy word for procrastination. The people who really succeed, they don't wait to feel confident. They build confidence by taking action. They just start, they learn as they go, they adjust, and they collect that precious data.
So if starting now is the big secret, why is it so hard? Well, a lot of the time we're just overwhelmed. We look at the whole giant mountain we want to climb and we get totally intimidated. But here's the thing, you don't have to climb the whole mountain in one day.
The fix for this is actually super simple. First step, pick one tiny action. I mean something so small it almost feels silly. Second, set a timer for 15 minutes. The goal isn't to finish anything, it's just to start. And third, for those 15 minutes, you just begin. That's it. That's the magic trick. That's how you snap out of it and break the fear. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Forget about the 5-year plan for just a second. Forget about being scared of messing up. Just look at what you want to do and ask yourself this one question. What is the one tiny thing you can do right now in the next 15 minutes before you even feel ready? Because that's where it all begins.